Gotta go. I'm speaking with the souls of Monique and Spencer Tepe. I just asked my spirit team to bring them forth, but I made a little sly joke at my own expense because I felt them already here asking to speak to me. This happens to me. This is my process, and it might not be everybody else's process, and there is no wrong or right when it comes to channeling. So, unless you are, dabbling in the dark, and then I would suggest no, do not do that. Do not do that at all. Surround yourself in the white light of source energy and high vibrational energy. But spirits contact me. They come rapping on my door because I'm a very open sort of energy. So they find me like a moth to a flame kind of thing. But it doesn't always happen with much rhyme or reason in my world as a human. It's when they want to. So right now I'm with them. They were victims who were unalived in their own beds at between 2 and 4 in the morning, sometime in December I would think it was the end of December 2025. And the suspect is Monique's ex-husband, Michael McKee. They live in Ohio, so in the United States. And the ex-husband was living in Chicago. So what I felt immediately from her after I made that joke is when I said because I can see her in my third eye, I can see her bright face. She has such a bright smile and bright face. She has a bright energy. When I said Michael McKee is the suspect, she shuddered. She sort of put her hands up and shuddered and kind of moved backwards. And what I felt from her was that she feels responsible. She feels a certain level of shame. She feels, she doesn't want to hear his name either. She doesn't want to hear his name because she is in the process of healing. And of course, souls kind of everybody is kind of on their own journey, just like we are as humans. When we're out of the body, we have to process the life we just lived. We have to go through some kind of we do go through a life review. If we still have attachments, we go through therapies. So, sort of like a rehab. It's the soul, and the soul takes as long as it needs to. When somebody is, when a sudden death happens like this, the soul can take a little bit longer. It's a shock. And so the process may take a little bit longer. And that's what she's showing me. Monique is showing me I still feel responsible. I'm still in my healing journey. The two of them are really concerned about their children. I think there were 2 children. They're very, that's usually the case. The people that are left behind that they love, because they are the living victims of this horrific crime. So he's sort of, Spencer is sort of like a little bit letting her have the front, letting her have the lead. And this is not the first time that they contacted me. I was contacted by them in, I believe, January, after the suspect was arrested. Yeah, there is, I don't know this. I would have, only her family would know this and her friends that she's close to. But I believe there may have been a miscarriage or some kind of like a baby that could have happened that didn't. And Spencer is holding that baby on the other side and cradling and swaddling the baby. And they're showing me that they do that energetically, like with their own children while they sleep. The kids will meet them where they are, and they have interactions like going to the park and playing. Oh my God. They don't want to talk about what happened. If there's reservations there, okay, I'm just going to ask her, did your ex-husband do this? Yes. Why? Can you tell me why it happened? Monique is saying, Mike was triggered. She said Mike. She called him Mike. Mike was triggered by something that happened where he got a notification of hers, about her. I don't know if it was through the mail or something, but something happened where he saw her name pop up, and he saw her, remembering their marriage sort of started to happen. And then he started to look online, and that's when he was getting pretty angry. It started. It was there. He was able to keep his mind distracted through work. Michael was able to do that because he's a surgeon, and he was able to take long hours and focus on work and really put proverbial blinders on so as to not like feel or block out his own anger and rage and hatred at Monique, who got away. He feels like she got away, and that she wasn't allowed to move on and be happy. So when he started to see that she did move on and she was married, and she said that he specifically watched that wedding video, and that triggered him. Something that she said in her vows, and then the walking down the aisle with the celebration and her holding the bouquet of flowers, there was just trigger after trigger after trigger. She had a new life. She had a new husband. She had children. She had all of these things, and he is empty. He is unfulfilled. It's not her fault. But he was triggered, and then it was probably, See, I'm not seeing a specific time frame of when he received something that said her name, like in email or maybe through the post, like snail mail. Something happened that shouldn't have, like her name came up. And that's really creeping me out, because that's all it took. And that's scary for somebody who seems to have a very obsessive kind of personality. So what I'm getting from Michael McKee is that, anybody who reaches levels of surgeons, anybody that's like kind of at the top, there's a little bit I would say that there's a little psychopathy there. It's just how I have been shown things, and through my own experiences in life as well, and through the people who do study these things. It's true. It really is. And he is no different. He spent many, many, many years being obsessed with his career path. He needed to get to where he wanted to go. This situation is no different than that, than him focusing, obsessing on something that bothers him, as opposed to something that thrills him. Well, no, they're kind of one and the same. That's what she's saying. All of it thrilled him. All of it thrilled him. Oh my God. They're okay. And they want their family to know that they're okay. They are with the other child that they may have had like a miscarriage or something like that, a stillbirth, something, when they were trying to have children. I do see them coming to me by themselves, but with Spencer holding the baby. And that is also very symbolic of what he does with his own children in their nursery, where they are right now. And I do believe that they are with family. I see them in an actual like room in a house that, is known to them. That's my highest hope. They deserve the best life, being robbed of their parents. Spencer and Monique are such a strong pair. Their souls have contracted to come into each other's lives, and in such like beautiful ways, because they have contracted with other souls that are meant to be the sort of denser and more bring in that darker emotion and that contrast. But Monique and Spencer were always meant to come in as lovers, as people who like have died together before. This is not the first time that they have. That's at least what I'm seeing from them. I get such an incredible feeling from them because they still have done so much work in spirit, and yet they are still waiting for justice. So they are going to, it's odd to say this, but this is what souls have told me they do, and I've seen them in courtrooms as well. They go to their own trials. They go to their own funerals. They go to it's not uncommon for them to process things on our time still, because it's part of their healing process as a soul. So this is going to be a part of everything. Obviously, it cannot be, okay, hold on. It cannot be stressed enough that this was a contract. They want people to know that they contracted to do this because they love, it's always because we love humanity, because humanity is impacted by this case, right? And so many people are going to go, what do I look for so that I can avoid that situation? So in sacrificing themselves, because that's how it feels, they are giving people an education on what to look out for when it comes to people that have psychopathy, dark triad, whatever you know, these kinds of narcissism, cluster B personality, whatever it is. What do I look for? How do I safeguard myself? How do I avoid people like that? How do I see it before it happens, right? All of the true crime cases that have gone big, that even those that haven't, every single one has an offering to humanity. Don't do this, right? And it can go way deep. Don't do this. We love you. They're saying that to their friends and family. Don't fear. We are okay. Do not fear. That only sets you back. Don't do that. Don't be afraid. We still exist. We still exist, and we'll always be with you. And that's where they'd like to end.